Stony, how are you so fast? Phil, hi. Dust, hi. Damn. Why is everyone so fast on this morning? How is that a thing? How is that a thing? Go get a blanket, yes. 100%. Dust, how are you? How have you been? Phils, have a good weekend. Having a good weekend, I don't know. I hope you have some vacation around this time. Right, because that's useful. I'm pretty good, Dust. I'm pretty good. I kind of fixed some of the issue that we talked about last time, so I can now hear Atom sound, but it cannot be heard through the stream, which is one of the weird things. The way that I'm doing it is like I'm capturing sound through OBS rather than through the link wave, the wavelink, the link wave. But yeah, you can't hear shit. So any sound alerts that you play, I hear, but you don't, which is weird. I don't like it, but yeah, that's what happened. It's fine. It is fine, right? Yeah, I know. I mean, we also have so much time zone difference in things that, and I have things to do at all the time of the day, so it's complicated. But yeah, I should, 100%. Yeah, that's it. And let me start this. But we have something to look at. Do I have everything? I do. Oh yeah, no, we can make it work. That's 100% true. But like for 9:10, when you wake up, it's usually when I have things to do in the afternoon, and then at 2 a.m. at night is usually when I'm streaming, and I don't really think about the stream setup unless I'm building the stream setup, which will happen. So basically right now, because today is the last stream of the year, as the title implies, I should be working on the new stream overlay next week-ish, kinda, I don't know, we'll see. So if that happens, I might be able to like send you a message or something. That should happen. Yeah, if that works. I don't know if that can work. Why is that not showing? Right? Like usually. Well, fine. Holy fuck. So it's the morning. It is a heavy morning. I have still to wake up. I'm more woken up than yesterday. Than last stream. I'm still used to the regular schedule. By the way, we should be able to get back to the regular original schedule, Europe schedule, in the second week of January. So there won't be stream in the first week of January. They will be in the second. So technically starting back on the 12th. 12th of January, we should have the regular stream schedule that started 4 hours ago? No, 6 hours ago, basically. 5 hours ago, something. Well, before at 6:30 or 4:30 UTC. So that's interesting for anyone who is in the EU and who is currently sleeping. My regular audience, the fact that we don't have anyone watching the stream anymore, I'm so sad. Anyways, this will change, should change, might change in the coming weeks, but at least I have like a bit of a vacation thing. About Lionfish, hi, welcome on in. I mean, I can't. It might be too early before for you and too late now for you. But it was the opposite for me. It was too late for me before, and it's way too early now because it's 7:30 in the morning. So it's like a reverted thing. Sassy, hi, welcome on in. How are you? How is your work day? What do you mean I swore at you? No, I didn't. Life in Japan is good. Life in Japan is good. There are a lot of things that are happening that are not the easiest to live with, but overall life in Japan is very good. It's complicated for me to communicate. That's the thing that I say every time. Like, I don't have enough Japanese knowledge to communicate properly, or even a little, so that limits my interaction and that limits my ability to like immerse myself. However, it doesn't change my will, or hasn't really changed my will of living here forever, or at least for a long time. So I might change things to be able to move here indefinitely in the near future. We'll see when that happens. That would imply so much changes in my life that I am ready to make, but I don't know if I will be able to make or do, choose this, whatever. So, right, the main idea here, and the thing that is the most complicated, or currently the most complicated, is the job situation. I can live without a job for about a year and a half, financially speaking, without needing like a new job. So that's basically what I have saved currently on my side. I have more saved, but that's for later. So technically I could just come here for a year and be fine with it. And that would be great, right? That could be great. But I need to work on some stuff. The thing that is beneficial for that would be potentially being able to do like how can I say that? later-ish stream. So basically I could start in 5 hours from now, like midday here. So that would be early morning EU, late night US, and that's true, Dust. That is true. That is true. I could do that. I don't know if I would have the if I can have the willpower to do so. I don't know. It's a bit weird for me to be outside. The anxiety and the shyness come out if I have like a camera and I'm holding a thing. It just feels so weird. But that's an option. That is an option. It's just a very different setup to make an IRL stream work perfectly. Especially in Japan, all of the Japanese IRL streams that I'm watching, they all have the most scuffed internet connection at some point on the stream, right? There is like a stable thing for the first 5 minutes, and then it starts to break, and it's a consistent breaking. Like you go in a specific street that is a bit too crowded, and then the signal is just cut for you, or you go in a specific street that is a bit too small, and then you don't have any signal. All of these things, right, in IRLs. And I guess what would be interesting wouldn't be Tokyo IRLs, but most likely like countryside around Tokyo IRLs, where you can go on kind of hike or walks around like really good looking, interesting places rather than just staying in the city. So the connection there might be even more complicated. That's even more complicated, as the name implies. Rosea, hi. Welcome on in. I am good. I'm still trying to wake up. I could take a look at Coding Garden, yes. Most people are doing a stream relay. So what happened is basically TD, hi, welcome on in. How are you? Basically the stream that they have on their phone is sending an NDI, like kind of NDI stuff, directly through OBS that is running on a PC, meaning that if the connection is lost, then it goes to a BRB screen automatically, and then when the connection comes back, it comes back automatically. And so these things are easily put in place, but it requires a PC. Basically, I can do that from a Mac, but it's also complicated. Cat, have a good luck. Thanks a lot for being here. I hope you're not too sleepy. But yeah, it's yeah, the plan has changed a bit in terms of willingness of doing things and potential future. There have been some changes in some discussion with my partner that needs to be taken into consideration for the future. So we'll see what happens. But it's still in a good direction for me to stay here. And so what I was saying was for jobs.
The hedgehog does not mate for life, it mates for death, which is why it's considered the best lover in the world, which makes no sense, unless you've been by a hedgehog.
Really angry hedgehog, hi, welcome on in. How are you? It's been a while. Thanks a lot for the bits, I appreciate it. How have you been? I know it's late for you as well, but I hope you're good. I am in Japan right now, so I've been here for the past 2.5 months, and I've been streaming very late for you for the past 2.5 months, or maybe just 2 months. I think 2.5. I mean, I entered this flat in October 22, so basically 2 months. But yeah, that was really a great hedgehog. Always with the blood.
I wasn't aware that I needed a hedgehog daddy until this exact moment.
Right? Yeah, so for design I can focus on remote work. That's one of the benefits that I have. However, my company right now, they told me that I can like do a 3 months thing like I did right there, because that's not really an issue for us at that instant. However, if we have bigger things to do, it might be a bit complicated. So what that implies is that if I want to come here forever-ish, will probably needs to get fired or quit my job. So we'll see about that. But yeah, had a belated Christmas to you too. And we'll see for the year to come what happened, what we can do, what we can't do. I'm a bit excited about the new stream overlay for 2023. As I said, it might not be a monthly thing next year, but we never know. We never know. I have some ideas that I will probably work on this week and next week, where there will be no stream, so I have way more time to create something that will be a bit more lasting. And so that's why I'm thinking maybe every 2 months is better than every month. Thank you for the nighttime, blind fish. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, for the job, so the remote thing, what I'm thinking about is if I need to quit my job and I can't stay in the current position that I have, I will be looking for Australian companies, Australian design company that have the ability to like provide a remote friendly environment, because right now it's basically just 8 or 9 in the morning for them. So I can do that. That's a really aligned time zone. Finding a job in Japan being extremely complicated for my ability to speak Japanese right now. Like that is the most complicated thing. I have been in talent agencies and like recruitment thing for Japanese work since a year and a half ago, probably, if not a bit more. And every time the main thing that doesn't allow me to get the job is the fact that I cannot speak Japanese yet. So yeah, it's a bit complicated. And also maybe because I'm fucking expensive. That's a fact that exists. After the amount of years that I have and the economy in Japan right now, I am expensive. Thank you, Sassy. I am an expensive bitch, yes. Of course. I mean, Japan is kind of open to English when you go to bigger companies. So I could be... I could be like an English-speaking advisor thing in many Japanese companies if I had the ability to communicate back in Japanese, like a bit of a translator position where I do my job, but I'm like advising for client abroad and things like this. That could be amazing. The thing that I'm kind of looking for, in a way, it's not exactly direct, but I know that I've did the entirety of the hiring process for Figma a year ago, a bit more now, and they have since then opened an office in Japan, so we might be able to redo that if my Japanese is going up in terms of proficiency. We'll see, right? I know I made most of the hiring process, so that kind of means something, right? Means that I should be able to do something about it. And working at Figma right now could be really interesting, meaning that I'm working at Figma, which is pretty good, but also in the same time I'm working for Adobe indirectly, meaning that the money behind it could be really good. So if I can or could do that, I would love to. And doing the hiring process here could work. I don't know, right? It's a thing that could happen, but we'll see. That's the main issue. If I come back here forever-ish, I would have to leave my job, which I'm not against at all. I think they would be in a bad spot for the time when I'm not here, of course, but we've had some devs, like iOS devs and Android devs, that have been hired in the company as interns and then didn't convert into like fixed roles, and now we are hiring them as freelancer basically every 2 months when we have an update to do. And the freelance pay is way higher, so if they need me, they will hire me in another way. I know that. We'll see how much I charge them, though. Way more. Refund of everything I did last 5 years. Yes. Damn, that's a long time. But yeah, no. Other than that, the goal is. I will. I mean, my rate as a freelancer is, because of the taxes and all the thing that I need to pay on the side, is basically 3 times my current salary. So it's like they will pay the same thing, but they won't pay the company taxes. So that's more interesting for them to not pay like half my salary to the government. And it's more interesting for me because the taxes that I get, if I do it 3 times, I get everything-ish, specifically in the first 3 years if I reopen a company. So that's French stuff. Now, we'll see if that happens. We will see if that happens. But yeah, and that's the only thing. The rest is like finding a flat is pretty easy. The main thing that is a bit complicated is the financial thing. As I said, right, if I not yet. If I'm staying here without a job, the amount of money that I need to, like, that I'm allowed to spend would be limited. So have a good grocery shopping spree. Sassy, take care of yourself. We'll see you back when you come back if you want, or probably next year. So, right, I have like a year, I guess, a year of cash saved, but that, as we said, right, the first 3 months here, I spent so much. So, I mean, I spend so much so that I don't have to spend the same amount next. So, if that's cool, if that can happen. Blindfish, have a great night as well. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I appreciate it. And yeah, so I don't know. Financially, it's a bit of a tricky situation, but also I'm kind of good. Gold label, hi. You arrive in the morning. How are you? How have you been? Not at the end of the stream like last time. Anywho, we have some news on Stoney's website right here. News are okay, not best, but okay. I do like this gradient, I gotta say. I do like the gradient. I like the static, blobs. That is very cool. However, I do not like the outer shadow because it makes the outline fuzzy, and it's not exactly good. I think without the inner shadow, that would be better, specifically because of here. So the shadow is applied to the color gradient, but it's not applied to the div itself. So you get that highlighted section in the top corner that looks like more, right? It's a bit weird. I need to see with that grid open. Yeah, that shadow is way too strong. There is something that just doesn't make sense with having that shadow. So overall, I would get rid of it. Let's go into this. Ooh, hi, icons. In the displays. Oh, so you did that. So for anyone who wasn't here on last stream, I've started to experiment with the theme option in Figma. And so that was the last render where we ended off, basically. And right, this was what this is what we have in beta right now. I still need to add this color indicator choices potential. I don't know. I think it would be better to have like a transformation rather than two options like this. And then we need potentially that section, which currently is just this. So, right. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. So basically what I understand is that the background is transparent and applied on top of the content. That's cool. That is cool. Oh! And that's a huge shift of that initial gradient, right? Yeah. That's clean. Yeah. Oh, you overlay transparent white or transparent black. Interesting. Interesting. I feel like this is a waste of resources for you in terms of DOM. I think I need to click on custom first and then it moves. Yeah. That is clean. I like that. That's fun. All right, I like it. I like that. That's cool. It's a subtle change. It's really a subtle change. I kind of feel like the background is changing, but not the buttons for some reason, which is interesting. I think the button stopped. Yeah. But the background is still animated. That's interesting. I like the animated background. That's fun. That is fun. So what I was saying is, in terms of if you just overlay a color on top of that background, you might just be doing too much computing. Not exactly, but like adding a div for no reason, rather than taking that background and making it transparent at like 24 to 32%. And just having the overlay thing. So let me be me and not being able to find the thing that we are looking for, right? That's what we said. So you said it's in the main scroll, and then we have that here. I'm guessing we have the background color right here, right? Oh, that is weird. And that thing right here is the filter? No. I found the background, but I didn't found the thing that I'm looking for. Oh, that's the thing, right? I guess that's the overlay that you have. Yes. Kinda. Interesting. Interesting. So I guess, let me check. Trying to get everything. The blur ash in the first. Damn. I'm trying to see. Background colors. So that's for here. It doesn't really, it changes something, but it's not exactly true. And I'm guessing because of the way that you have added the border, that breaks stuff. Thank you. That is breaking stuff. That is interesting. And you have the opacity, and turns out the opacity is interestingly placed. Fine. Let me re-enable that. That things work. So the thing that I was saying, I don't know if I can do that, but let me just make this right. If you do a 24% or how Is that a thing? My iPad just clicked on your name to time you out, Stony? What did you do? What did you do? Like if you get a 32% opacity on the thing, right, it, without having really to change anything, it will work. You don't really need to get like the overlapping thing. That's what I was talking about. It's not really good right here because of the transition, but I don't know. It just, the iPad just bumped you up. I don't even know if, you know what, maybe. No, you didn't bump up here. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyways, right, getting that might help, will help, probably. And I would love to know where, and that I think you can help me with that. Where can I find the positioning of this div to get the outline as well? Like the, I have a feeling that that's the border. When you say border top left, but if I do that, that doesn't exist because this media doesn't exist. So everything is set here. You have the padding on the side, right? Okay. So that's my padding. Left, right, exactly. No, not left, right, just left. Do I have transition? Yes. Smooth, yes. No, that's cool. No issue here. If I do that, and then I do padding, what is the format? 232. It's top. Top, right, bottom left, right? So, and I don't know how much that is in RAM. 230, 230, 230, 230, 230. What? That's 19? Yes, that is 19 RAMs. No, it's not. I know it's not supposed to be in RMs, but yeah. Anyways, that padding doesn't work as expected. You have the calc for here. Yeah, I'm sure I'm making mistakes. That's interesting. I bumped the top section instead of something else. I will have to reload the page anyways, but I just wanna see something. Oh yeah, I fucked it up. Let me reload that. I do learn, but it's just different. Let me... All right. So, let's try that again. Interesting. Yep. So I don't know how much transparency you did. I'm guessing you're in a 24 to 30%. And I think maybe a 40% opacity can work. Like if we get rid of the overlay and we get like the 40% opacity, it should basically reverse it, so that could be fine. Yeah. So it's bright-ish, right? Bright-ish. It's not too bright, it's not too light either. And here we have this. So it's just changing the background that affects the content. And I think that's a better option. For you, you have one less thing to take care of in the theme transitions, and then the hue shift that you have here is a very subtle thing. So I think that works. I think that works. Yeah. That's pretty good. If you can get rid of that fucking shadow, I would love that. I would love that. So what you're saying is, basically here, rather than gray, I should have like a bit of a gradient. To showcase that we have a gradient as background. So let's do that. So if I do the same thing as you, let's use one of our strong suit purple, I guess. No, this is a strong green. It's a strong orange, right? Yeah, okay. And we take this and we take that and we make it at 40%. Give us a similar render-ish type thing. I mean, you created the thing. You are supposed to know where that is. You're supposed to. So let's do this. Right? And then let's do this. There are a lot of values that just fucks with my head right now. Yeah, that needs to happen. Aiden, hi. Welcome on in. How is you? In this fine evening, night. I don't know at this point. I do like a bright ass background, to be honest, but for the switch, the theme switch, I guess it would be easier to not get that. It is 11:15. That is true. That is true. I think I think I need Oli with me on stream at some point. Yeah, that won't work. That will not work. I think it's the issue is mainly because of the grid itself doesn't work the same way. It's fine. You don't care about that. I'm seeing things that not cool. Not cool. I mean, Aiden, that makes sense. LinkedIn is not a place to play, sadly. I mean, you can. It's not exactly a good place to play. And why? What did you do on LinkedIn? What happened? And here we're supposed to get. I don't know if I want the preview. You know what? I like it a lot. Let's say that I like the preview a lot. But you know, shit happens. The AC just decided to make more noise. I hope you don't hear that. Or at least if you do, not too much. Right, I like this idea mainly because of the potential switch that we can have. As in, let's say we go to the other section, that means that we have like basically this. It's not exactly that, but be like smaller in terms of ratio. I in my head right now, I'm thinking, you know what? You should use the 2x3 base. That would make way more sense. But right. I mean, let's pick that. That is interesting, Stony. LinkedIn is paid to win if you really want to win. Otherwise, it's just free. But yeah, you can 100% pay to win. What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? What happened? Something is not right, as always. Yeah, something doesn't work here. I don't know what it is. It seems to be like this, yeah. Why do you want to win LinkedIn? LinkedIn is not... LinkedIn is not the place anymore. LinkedIn is dead. Dead. Right. Not that it matters in any way, shape, or form, but LinkedIn is kind of dead. How much do I need here? 86? Shit. It's a 9. It's a 9. It's a 96 version of this. Okay. So this is the value I have at that instant. And so if I do that, and I add that in a totally out of frame, let's call that row. Let's add the row here. Get rid of these two. And let's see. Okay, that's good-ish. Cat, welcome back. The thing is, it shouldn't be... I mean... It shouldn't be that complicated to find, right? I'm not saying that you're not looking hard enough. I'm just saying that it's a shadow. So you should technically have a thing called shadow. And it should be somewhere in the regular Tailwind thing, right? I mean, unless I'm dumb, which happens, but you have an inset 0. I don't know what this inset 0 is referring to, but I guess that's the border-ish type of thing. And Kane, hi, welcome on in. Kane didn't, Cat, Stony did nothing. It's just my iPad said, do you want to time out this person? I mean, just the card of Stony as if I clicked on it. But, I mean, nothing is on my keyboard and nothing is touching the screen. So it's not supposed to happen. Let it happen anyways, so almost time someone else. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So, Stony, basically it is underneath the radius, so it cannot be contained here, and it's not in the scroll container, that's for sure. But let's see. It's a really weird thing. Or it's not a shadow, and you have a blur applied. Do you have a blur blind to the background? Are you blurring the background? Interesting. Usually when you have a blur, the edges are fuzzy, so that might be it. I don't really know where. The blur of 4 pixel right here. If I take the blur here and I put it at 0, that doesn't change shit. But also that doesn't have, like, that's not visually applied. It's weird. Much weird. Much weird. Cat, don't worry. I mean, a lot of people can't. That's it. It's on the Canva, you have a blur of 4 pixel in the filters, and you just need to put it at 0, or just get rid of the blur thing. And that makes it much cleaner, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what you think, but I really think that this, like, straight up transition, flat, it's a bit better than the transition. So, yeah. I like that theme change, and I like that puke, to be honest. I really think that this is cool. I really think that this is cool. It might be a bit slow. It might be a bit slow to get a transition and all that. Shit, that's not the right keyboard shortcut. Yeah, might, I don't know. Huh, right. Let's do 62. It's not exactly a line, but yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want a Caesar effect, but yeah, right? As in... like you can't make it stop? That could be a thing. That could be a thing. Gold label, thank you, fuck you, you know, the usual. Give me a second. One second, this is important messaging right here. Okay. Where me at? Me at here. That's it. Gold label, thank you for the gifting 5 subs. That happened.
AARA_ just gifted 5 subs.
Who do we have? We have Maddie, Oli, Sinhira. Good. Uncle, haven't seen you in a while, and 9 Think. Good. Something chat, sometimes chat, I lost it as well. Faster and faster, I don't know if that's good. I mean, this kind of works, but it's not. So every time you click, it starts back at red. That's fun-ish. In the me thing, right? In the me thing, the potential changes that you could apply, and I know you are just working on that basically yesterday, so probably you thought about it, but it would be nice to get the hue shift here to match with the theme that you chose. So if I go to blue, the hue shift goes to somehow like somewhere like where it should be, right? That could be a switch that you can have. If it goes to green, it does this. If it goes to pink, it switches to the pink itself that you have, whatever, right? So that switch could be interesting, and that could help. But that's the first thing, and then the second thing is this. If I make it stop, I would like to be able to continue without resetting it to red. Right. Like, let's say I want to check and I say, oh, I like this color. Maybe not, and then I do puke again and then it goes back to red and I'm like, fuck it. Right? That could be annoying. In the thing that we have the need for a discussion. Absolutely. It is these buttons at the top, in light mode as in dark mode, right? Both of these, same behavior. They shouldn't have the gray background while they are not hovered. So the regular, I mean, my version of the thing, is button stays clear. It just takes the same background color as the background on default state, and then on active state is just a subtle thing. Yeah, good, perfect. That's great. That way you can have like a cycling thing, and you say, oh, I like this color right here, and then I stay here. Then I check it in light mode, and I check it in dark mode, and we're good. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that. In the in the UX thing, we don't recommend that amount of movement on click. I understand, right? But maybe instead of make it stop, you could just say stop, so it has a minimal amount of swap and offset. But one second. What the fuck did I say? Yes. Crazy Kathleen, hi, hello, welcome on in. Is that your first message? It is. How are you? Who are you? How did you find the stream? Welcome on in. You can make it a little faster, yes, if you want to. Yes. It's a tad better. That is a tad better. That's where you can cycle through things a bit faster. Weirdly enough, I like the bending that it's happening. You see it way more on stream than I see it on here. But that's interesting. For anyone who doesn't know, bending is the effect that you see on the PNG renders, specifically on gradients, where you have basically bands of colors from one to the other to get the gradient where it needs to go. And yeah, it's really visible in the dark mode for reason. You can really see them here in the high hot points, but that is cool. That is cool. Yeah. So let's use purple as a base for now, but right, getting this here. I think in what I have here, you have the accent color, and then you would have a range, and then a button to make it puke. So let's do that. Sorry. My bad. This here, and then we have range. That is an interesting message. We are working on the theme changing section of the settings, the display section of the settings of Stoney's app. What is that? Is that a range? Is that called a slider? Right? It's called a slider, and it's not a slider. It's a progress indicator, right? No, it's a slider. It's, yeah. It's these. Okay, so the color that we need to have here is supposed to be a gradient. Fuck off, sorry. It's supposed to be a gradient. It's not a range slider, so the range slider is from A to B. And because you don't go from A to B, it's not like in between two elements, it's not a range. But it's can be called a range slider. I know. And I'm just using the basic thing that we have here. Let's use a linear gradient. Let's make that on the further part right here, and you go there. And so what we have is this. We take that, put it here, and then we put that, put it here, 100%. And then you go here. If you didn't know, that's a pretty interesting thing as well. I guess. You can see that my colors are not aligned. You can double click on whichever and it will align everything, or like align the spaces in between. So that's a pretty cool thing of Figma. If you had like a hue or something, just move on. That doesn't exist, Stony. That cannot exist on my side. I know. So this is the gradient. Let's make it a tad more muted potentially. And you know what? Let's add a title. Potentially. Is that a good idea? I don't think so. I don't think that is a good idea. That music is very much dated. Let's do a tertiary gray on this one with no icon. Let's puke it out. Can I tertiary color? No, I can't. Let's make like... That's weird. That is a weird placement. I can't do that. I know. You will use the same thing. It's just for reference. Here would be better to get something similar, right? Gray iron here potentially. That button doesn't match with me. That's not cool. I think this is better to know that there is a button. But getting somehow something like this would make more sense to me. There's a gray button. Or we align the title with this. Let me check. I don't think it's a good idea, but I kind of want to see. Bitch. Oh, that's why. Okay, fine. Fine. If that is filling the container with a space between, I don't know. I do not know. I mean, you already had the puke button before, and I think puke is not exactly the right name. I think if we call it cycle, it would be better. But right, I mean, you decide what you want to call the things that you have. Because basically it's just cycling through the colors for you to choose like the right one for you. I mean, you have done it, so whichever, right? It works. And then here, what I wanted to have that I didn't do last time was getting a button group rather than a button. So getting a regular button group here without the center one for some reason, and with icon leading, and taking this one to be the current active state potentially. Fine. And then you go to shape. It's not in shapes, is it? It's not. My bad. Button in the button. I mean, getting animated background could be interesting. It's a bit weird, but it could be interesting. What is it? Is it orientation? Or... I know we have an icon for this, right? Like phone, vertical, horizontal thing. I've seen that. I've seen it somewhere in this file, I guess. I just can't find it right now, as always. As always, when I'm looking for something, it doesn't exist. I mean, it does exist, but it's just not visible because the search doesn't help. It could be in layout. Is it in layout? It's not in layout. Fuck me. That should have been here. Well... Genie, hi. Oh, come on in. Good Christmas, yes. Almost. I mean, yeah. Pretty good Christmas overall. Well, I think I have to. I don't like the idea, but I think I have to. So let's use like a phone, like a phone base, because I can't otherwise, and probably a credit card or things like this. for the horizontal version, just because I don't have the icons that are yeah, that's a portrait and that's a landscape. I know it's not exactly how you name your things, but right, you get the idea. And I think that's not what I want. I think that's a tabs section that I want, and that's not in share. That should be an application, right? Horizontal tabs. Yeah. Right, something like this, and it's a forwards thing. It's a forwards thing. Damn it. What you want is these two to keep their sizes and you to be filling the container. Right. So do we have... We do not. Do we have badge? We have icons. Good. Don't have right. It's a weird version. Sorry. It's not that I like it. I think it's a good option for some users, and I think like a cycle is overall a good idea. So I do like that. But yeah, sorry. So base white is good, gray and gray 600. That's our main things, right? That's what we do here. If we change that to darker and this to here, probably we can then take this to... Oh, it's a base white. Interesting. I wouldn't have done that. Not that way. Oops. Landscape, I guess. I guess that would be the thing. I don't like this pyramid triangle thing. That's something that doesn't really match. Why are you confused? Stony, why the confusion? What's happening that is making you confused? Is it the fact that I like what you created for once? Is that what's confusing? Why the fuck? Oh, that's why. But why? Why? Oh, that's why. My bad. I guess. Right? Guess if I do that, then everything is aligned. Yes, that's much better. I mean... let's use a phone, right? I'm reusing the same thing. I said the same thing earlier, and let's use a card here to get at least the orientation that we need. Let's move these two to 1.5 base. Be a bit thinner. Match with the rest. So the ID, and that's where things are starting to get a bit fucked for me. I do not know if I want to extend or not that thing. I kind of like it to be crammed-ish on the left side, potentially like half the screen. Mainly for mobile version, potentially if we have that on mobile at some point. But damn it. Took you long enough. And so here, well, if we get something that is considerably working on mobile, so a 320 width for that column card thingy, I think that would work. So 320 is the width of a regular tiny mobile phone, so we can use that. And then here we could use the same thing. We could like resize that preview to 320, or we could expand it until it's 640, so double on desktop, and then it's flex. That might be annoying to create on your end, Study. So I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, I kind of want to, but also, right? If I do 640, that's 640. So I mean, that might be big. That might be much big. Let's see. So we're supposed to be in our main layout, right? And that section is supposed to be not video, but settings. We have display as activated, which right now doesn't fucking work because... right? And then here we will swap that with settings here. I mean, that works in a way. It seems big. It seems a bit big. Specifically because this orientation thing needs to be swapped when we go into mobile version. So that thing here needs to right, bitch. To go like this, and then this specifically here will need to resize itself to go to 320 like so, right? Let's do mobile for a sec. can take you 2 days, yes. What do you mean? I don't want you to edit the Figma file? Yeah, nah, that's that's a no. I forgot what we said for the mobile version, but I mean, I know we have the tab bar at the bottom. But yeah, that would be mobile, potentially. I'm not sure about the need for a preview, specifically because the preview itself needs to be swapped to the mobile preview. And so I am unsure about the visibility and the use for the preview state. So we could just have this on the dashboard overview thing on mobile. Could work. It could work. What did you send? Yeah. That's the thing I saw yesterday. I mean, on last stream. Thinking about why you've been making these. Why? Why not just one component? Why? Why? It's text. Why? You can have just one singular component. This can be your component, and then you can have text. What do you mean? You mean that this, if I have like a... If I have like something in the background, it goes on top. It's not cut out. It should be text. It is text. I mean, I know it's outlined text, but it should be text. If you create them with a text base, you can get like a better overall thing. I don't know. Like, instead of having all of these, you can just have like a property swap, because your elements are in the same place anyways. So there are no need for as many options. I mean, not right now. You're saying that this is the official one, and then you recreated them in a smaller version. Okay. So if I have absolutely no clue what that is, but right, I don't know what their font is. I don't know shit. Let's say that. Thank you. Seems to not exactly match with me, but that's fine. I can live with that. Let's do 12-12, shall we? Why is that a 12.6? Why? My bad. Is that a 9.99 now? My God. Oh. Oh. So what you're saying is I can't align shit yet. Okay. Okay. I get it. Not auto on this one. It would be a 100%, right? That should be 100%. Something's not right here. That cutout doesn't work. Shit. Right, that's much better. Okay. Let's put that in pure black so that we have it here. Let's get rid of that for now. We have AB for some reason. I don't know. Maybe AB. I don't want to edit your file. No. Nope. What is that word? Alright, so that's a 6 in terms of font size. That should be a 5 probably. This one is supposed to be somewhere around 12 or 20. Right, to be aligned and all that. And then this one is probably a 12 as well. Not a 112. Not even. It's a 4. It's a 4.5. Let's use 5. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the O thing vector right there. Let's line that. This, and this in an auto layout frame with 0 in everything. That makes sense. We center it so that we can place things around, and now we can add a bit of padding right here so we get a width of 41. Yeah, we'll see about that. What do you mean released? What do you mean released? I want that to be 41, so that gets... I mean, I want that to be 40. And I want this to be 40 as well. I think these needs to be filling container. And that way I can potentially do that. A 40 by 40. Oh. Thank you. I did not know that. So we have a base color here that we need to be clipping. This thing needs to be a center thingy. Has a black outline of 0.5 for some reason, which that's not good. That is not good. I can tell you that. Not good. Not good. That thing needs to be fixed in its height with a kind of negative thing right here, and then this can center itself if we need that to be like visible. I don't know. And so this is our base, right? Then around this you have another auto layout frame basically that is taking this thing, and so this thing is fill color of white at 80% from what I can see, with an outline of white in full with 4 in border radius. They have like nothing. All right, so now that we have this, which is not exactly true. The thing that I wanted to do here is, if you get that as your base, as a component, and I don't know how they are called, but you call that untitled, so I guess that's good. Let's call that icon or rating icon, or I don't know, something. One of the benefits that you can have when you look at this, right, is there are some situations where you are using or you should be using a component, because you have both, right? The AB and the release things are optional. So basically what needs to happen is this needs to be removed or released from its auto layout frame, and same thing here to get the same value, the same information. And then I want to have like a gray thing under everything as a background. Shit. I want that to be here. And then that thing can go away. So background is like how can I say that? Has a property basically of like visibility. So I forgot if I need like a variant or not, but anyways, let's try that. Bitch, sorry. Right there. So we have a has background right here. Then we have the AB and underneath word. And these has the same thing. So I don't know exactly if they go hand in hand. From what we can see in your file, they go hand in hand, but right. So has subtext, and then that's it. And then that's it. So basically you can potentially, after the fact, if you wanted to, get the colors to be applied in a very specific way, or not. So let's do one with the regular thing. And so what I like about this version method is that I just have one official thing. This one doesn't exist, shouldn't be here, we don't need that. And then if I don't have the need for a background, I can get rid of the background here, and if I need a subtext or not a subtext, I can just toggle them, right? That's the benefits here. However, when you look at this, there are some issues in the color scheme that are available. So what I want to do is take this background thing, duplicate it, call the background, right? Regular thing, get rid of that, swap this for 100%, but make the layer 80%, and then this, getting rid of that, just having the outline. Right, and so what happens right now is something is still right. I now have black and white things, so pure black and pure white, meaning that here in my Figma file, if at some point I know that I need to change my color for something different, right, I can easily do that. What I can see here is that I put them at 80%. I think it's not an 80%. I think it's more likely to be a 60% to get the offset. But by doing that, I easily have just one component. And from here, if I have something that needs to be blue, something that needs to be green, or yellow, because I've seen that you have like some yellow. No, I know you gave me the rule book, but you know I don't read stuff anyways. So by doing the main idea is that like you get this easily crafted, and then the only thing that changes, if I'm not mistaken, is the number in the center. The rest is always the same. It's either visible or not visible. So this value, I want to have like a content that is, I think that's the age. So I just get the age as a text element, and then I can go here and I can have the age bumped to 18. And because it's a text-based thing, it will be good and centered and where it needs to be. So what I like to do here, I would love to have something that is bolder than bold, specifically because it has like a bit more content. 18 is the only one that has that taking more space. That's the only one that has more thing here, but when you read it, you did the same thing as me. It just doesn't have that underneath layer. So it might be the is 18 as a property right here that just makes that goes away and that bigger. Right. Like, that could be it. Yeah. Right, so you have an is 18, default is 18. Ta-da! And then if you need to have like no subtextures, you get this, and if it doesn't have a background, you get this. Do you mean they are entirely useless for German project maker? What? What? What are you? What? The rules? The rules are useless? Is that what you're saying? Anyways, what I was saying is rather than have 4 types with the different colors, you should just have one with an easy switch of color. That would be much faster for most things. Right? That's just easier. My bad. My bad. And then let's make sure that everything inside is scalable, so that when we are here, and right now the icons are 44 by 44, if at some point we decided to make them 24, they would scale properly, and then things should be the right position, right? So you don't need to get like the same thing. You don't need more components as a base to get the sizes. What do you mean better? No, in terms of construction, they are not. But in terms of content, they are not either. You have a bit of an issue with the fonts. I would say that this is not the best font. I would prefer like a mono, not this one, but like a mono for the text. That would be not that. Like a Roboto mono or something like this. Do I have my product sound? Yeah, but it's not. I think I can still go with Inter right there. Still go with Inter and then use the details to get numeral monospace. Yeah. Oh, you meant different things. Yeah, but a monospace will not center itself for some reason. I mean, not for some reason, just Yeah. Sorry, my bad. You sent something. No, that's a me link. These are old. Yeah, I do remember these. I think I worked on some of these for an old project in agency. But why not just use this? Like, why not bother and just use this? Because they work great, as you just said. And you also already have them, right? Or had them? Yeah. I mean, I get that, but aren't there already things that like, not libraries, but like available things that would just give you the icon without you having to get them in here? Like from the movie DB, couldn't you gather the icons from the like localized version of these icons? Isn't that an option? I don't know. Okay. That doesn't help. That doesn't help indeed. Indeed. Let me just enter that, right, shall we? Yeah. If you want to unify and align your icons, use yours. As you said, yours are way easier to understand. And I mean, the US works, but just not as well, right? They are known. It depends on it will depend on you, and it will depend on the user of the platform. So if you have like what do you mean the math? I don't know. It's I don't really see the benefits, anyways, on these icons for your product. If I'm honest with you, I like specifically for you, knowing that it's a owned server where I put what I know that I want. I don't see the use case for the software. I'm like, I know what I have. If I have something that is R-rated, or that is that has sex, or that has that is 18 plus, right? I don't see the need of generating or gathering everything now. I think you can, if you say that you have a goal for later, fine, that's not an issue, but still, it might be a waste of time for you to get these to work. And match. So, I don't know. I do not know. Anyways, that's a detail. So if you want to have or take this, you'll be able to. If I have no subtext, does this? Nah. Yeah, I mean, as long as it works for you and that does the thing that you want it to have, I think I'm good. I think I don't really care. I think it's fine. Going back to this though, I think that works. What I might want to do is this, to see how that would behave. Shit. Yes. And this needs a variant being here. It's portrait. Yeah. I mean, right? That's basically it. And so when we switch to landscape here, right, that's the thing. So you get shit. I don't think you will be able to do that, but we can try. Let's see. That would be amazing. Sorry. Right. That could be neat. it could be neat. It has some issues in the render because Figma, but overall it's pretty clean. It would be complicated to render though. I can't say that enough. It is like yeah, it will help, I guess. Did you really? You fucking... My bad. My bad. That's like a dissolve thing. I don't like this as a transition. I'm really going to do things that I'm not supposed to do. That's it. That's it. That's what we. That we do now. That's what we do. So if I duplicate this and I make it like so, and I make it 152, and I'm making sure that it's underneath everything, that it doesn't have anything in the background. Okay. Much better. That's a switch. Sorry. That's a much better transition between the two states on that thing right here. Give me like a bit of a probably. Yeah, that's a cool transition base thingy. We could have carousels as well. Right now, I have different images here. I don't think it's a good idea to get images per se. I think it would be much better to get like a representation of the content rather than something that looks like the content itself. So the fields, I kind of want them to be like cards that don't really represent anything, right? I think that would be just better. There might be a need for a third row here to get that. To get that transition that they come in from the bottom, that's the thing, and then here maybe add another one so that it doesn't appear like it's just stretch right? I mean, that's a thing. You could take the not available option. I don't know if it will work as good. Really? Yeah, I think it needs to be misaligned for some reason. But that transition is cool. Right? Transition is pretty cool. And then you have the accent thing that will inevitably change the color here. I am very sad about the hover state and the fact that it doesn't take my override in these things. It's just so sad. So that means I can get rid of that to avoid misunderstanding. And I guess we kind of have our settings. We are missing this. We are missing the color indicator, which cannot be previewed. What do you mean? Like I can't. I mean, I can, but I will not be able to preview the content of the color scheme card thingy on the preview right here. Like that wouldn't be visible enough for me to get it into that column, but it kind of needs to be into that column. And if I create a new column, it doesn't help either. That wouldn't give us the thing that we need. Not initially. Azulka, hi, welcome on in. How are you? How have you been? It's been a while. It has been a while. What happened with you? Yeah, I can do that. That is true. All right. So let's see if my transition still works. That is good. I mean, if the work is good for you and you enjoy it, that's, fuck me, that's good enough. Sorry, I made a mistake again. As if that wasn't something that I do every fucking time. Okay, that's good. So we have, I'm creating a secondary column, or like a third column, basically, if you think about the preview as a column itself, for the sole purpose of getting everything that is related to the card preview here. So if you get the color indication, I kind of want to have like a switch rather than the visual thing. Again, I like that representation right there. Like it kind of makes sense, but I think it would be better to get like a switch of the bar rather than something else. So how can we do that? Limited and extended color tags. I don't know. So checkbox doesn't make sense. That's the first thing. I really think that the what you did is pretty good, which is basically what I did here. But right, rather than if I do that, I feel everything. And we get, how did you call them? You call them color indication, which, fine. Color indication. Yeah. Sorry. Naming thing is hard, yes, 100%. We agree on that. Did I, am I? Yeah, I do, right? Shit. It could. It. Me? Depends on the day. Depends on the word. Depends on the law of shit. Sometimes I'm Canadian English as well. That happens. Anyways. So if I were to, I don't like to do that, but maybe that works. That's our color indicator section thingy. We need like a variant of that, extended, and the extended with an E, not an A. That's default extended. So if that's extended, that means that this is pressed and activated. And then here we have a lot of things to think about in the way that you have made them, right? The 25 and the 50% kind of are the same in terms that they are centered to their section, but the 100% and the 0% are stacked to the opposite sides. So you basically have this at 0 and this as 100, and then what do you have, 25 and 50 instead of this 50. And so now is the fucking annoying part of trying to get your gradient working with that top section without without making a mess. Bitch, why? I will put you inside right here just for a second so that I have like something that makes sense here. And yeah, that will be fucking annoying. I don't think that will work. That's my main issue right here. Like I don't right? That's about right. So let me change that to first on top as well so that we have the same thing. And now if I should press the entire thing. If I press this, it goes here, and if I press back here, it goes there. Let's pray and see. Yeah, it has like a 1 pixel dash thing. Let's see. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's cool. Maybe it's not. I do not know. It seems to not work. I'm guessing I need to get these. To go away. Right? Why are you not working? Oh. That's why. I'm a dumbass. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like it. What do you think? There. It is technically working, but it's also not ideal. Not ideal. How can I make that ideal though? I mean, the slide up from bottom doesn't really help. I mean, it will, but not exactly. I mean, if you do a crossfade in between the two elements, which is rather than a smart animate, right?
Hugo K. Bernardo just resubscribed for 12 months.
Hugo, thanks a lot for the resub. I appreciate it. Welcome back. How are you? Welcome on in on this late night for you. Right, that's, I mean, it's just a bit of a weird thing in terms of transition. Enjoy the emotes for 12 months. That's a year. That's a long ass year. I appreciate that. I mean, the fade works a bit better in terms of what we can see. But I'm waiting for Figma to create something that makes more sense. There is a Hugo in chat now, yes. I'm pretty good. A bit tired. A lot of things in my mind for the next week, and what will happen. So, but overall good. Overall, very good. Yeah. I guess. I guess. Eh. Enjoy the present? Yes, I wish I could. I wish I could, but I can't. I need to plan stuff out. So I need to plan. And planning is not present, it's future. Yeah. What will happen? What do you mean non-stop? There has been stops. We've worked on TD preview images or open graphs. We've worked on Denny's website. other options, right? I think we are at a bit more than that, yeah. I don't think I can know when the file has been created. I don't think that's in the option, but could be interesting to know as a metric. Yeah, we don't have anything in the... Anyways, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool transition. Simple, but it works. And then here we have a bit of a more movement-y transition. Yeah, stream off here and there, right? Yeah, I mean, Hugo, right now the thing that I need to plan is I have my plane to come back to France on the 9th. So there is a lot of things that needs to happen before that. There is a lot of like discussion that I need to have. I will need to have discussion with my company when I come back, and so all that, because I don't have a visa that is long enough. I don't have a visa per se. I just have a visa that is a tourist visa that gives me 90 days. So I got 90 days. I stayed 86. I could have stayed 4 more days, but right, planes and all that. And so that needs to happen. So I need to leave. I need to potentially come back with a visa as soon as I can, or I can, as always, go out and come back, right? I can go to France on the 9th and take a plane on the 10th, come back here, arrive on the 11th, and have 90 more days. That would be an option. However, not the greatest option, because you lose so much of the ability to do that again. So that's true. I've been in that messy file for longer. I mean, the redesign just happened when I landed here, basically. So, anyways, yeah, the thing is, the Japanese government is limiting me to 180 days per year. So this can work, and the thing is, I don't know if it's 180 days per calendar year, or if it's 180 days per consecutive days, right? Yeah, I need to come back, but I will leave as soon as I can. My goal, to be honest, is to get the vacation or work vacation visa as soon as I can, and come back. That's the goal that I want to have, or that I have right now. However, to do that, I need to have some certainties in other aspect of my life here, as in, it would be easier for me if I knew right now, if I was eligible and if I could get it, like, not today, because that wouldn't happen, but in the coming months, in order for me to then like being sure that I can stay for a year means that I am sure that I can rent a flat for a year, and that would like help me a lot. I'm sure that I can find something in like a week or two here, renting, but it is more complicated to, like, how can I explain that? It is a very complicated thing for me to get like a visa that allows me to potentially go back to France from time to time. It's like, or not to France, to be honest, like go abroad. The tourist visa, I think if I get it and I get the 90 days and then I get out before the 90 days, it counts as 90 days. If when I come back, the previous 90 days were not, like, were passed. So technically speaking, if I get in, stay 30 days, go out for 30 days, come back, they will use the previous visa for the next 30 days, but then I need to renew that tourist visa after a month. But then, right, it's such a weird thing. I don't like it. I wish there was an option for me to be able to, like, potentially travel outside of the country. And other than a resident visa, I don't think there is any option. The embassy of France is currently French and so closed for the holidays, as they do. And yeah, I will figure it out, yes. However, there are other things at play that we haven't talked about, and we will potentially talk about that later, not today. But yeah, shit can happen. And we need to make sure that that's working well. That's the main thing. I need to make sure that what I'm doing is what I want to do, and that I'm not, how can I say? Forcing something that is not supposed to work. I mean, it's supposed to work, but right, that is. Stony? No, I can't. I mean, I could, but no. This is the 9 month. I think you keep the 9 months for a long time. I think you get that until the 12. At 12 months, you get the green, and I think the green is the last one that I have so far, because the next one is 2 years, which, right, for now, doesn't exist. I don't think I have like a sub for 2 years, because I didn't have subs for 2 years so far. So yeah, you go, yes, you are on your final form. Of scores, 100%. But yeah, so there is all that is going through my head right now, and that needs to be taken into consideration, making sure that I have all the things prepared, and like also I'm thinking about what I'm leaving here, as in I bought the mic arm, I bought the light, I bought the stream deck, the keyboard, the mouse, all these things, right, that I basically already have in France, but I don't need to take them back to France. However, if some of the thing that happen, I kind of need to take them back, and taking these back, I can sell them. But not in the. I mean, not in the amount of time that I have. Like I basically have a week and a half to sell everything if I wanted to sell everything, and I would first of all sell things at a loss, that's for sure. I would also like not be able to do the thing that I want to do. It would be weird. Anyways, I really turn into a slideshow from time to time. That's really weird. I don't like that. Anyways, so yes, that will happen, could happen, might happen. We'll see. Stony, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of the card swap and the color indication swap? I'm still thinking about the what needs to be what needs to be right here. I kind of want this right here. No, in underneath. Yes. What the fuck? Yes, that is true. Thank you. 1 second though. Here, let's do like a 2 thing. Let's take that to here. So what I want to have right there is a title with a description of what the fuck these things are. 1 second. Drinking twice. Well, you know what? We need a refill. So what I want here is a description of what that does. And visualize the right? I guess that would make it this, and you extend it, you don't. Potentially. No, not that normal. I think the text needs to change. I will refill. Thanks a lot for the bit. Give me a second.
Stony_Eagle cheered X1 refills.
All right, refills. Let's drink. So I am unsure. I am unsure about this section right here. The extend thing works, but also didn't. Or doesn't really work. Sorry. And also, Stony, to answer your question about how or why I'm not partner yet, I don't have the requirement to be partnered by Twitch value thingy, right? What do you mean, no? What the fuck? Sorry. Something didn't work as expected. So easily visualize the percentage of episodes you have at your disposal. Yes, I do agree with that, but also the Twitch community that I provide to is extremely limited. When you think about it, you don't really need to think about it to know that, oh shit, my bad, to know that Twitch is mostly filled with games and things. I provide a lot of content, but this content is more catered to a specific audience that doesn't really exist on Twitch. The amount of design streamers is limited. However, yes, in the clean slate things that we used to do, we don't really do anymore, but we used to do. Yes, I do provide for smaller streamers and encourage people to start streaming. So that is a thing that Twitch could recognize in a way and say, well, that's a way to bring new people and so new revenue for us in here. So that makes sense. But in terms of analytics and things, in order to get in order for me to get like the I was about to say the most, but yeah, in order for me to get to partner, it's the last thing is what I need, and it's currently not going so well. So right, this is the number that people the number that Twitch is waiting for, basically. I need that number to be eligible to potentially like apply, to potentially get accepted, to potentially get partnered. But that's complicated, right? We can go in software and game dev rather than just chatting. That's an option, but it's just not exactly right. Like, I'm not doing software. If we had like a design section, if we had a category that was design, which currently in the benefits that we have is we have the tags where I can tag design and I can tag Figma, and so people who looks for these tags will have something. But if we had like a category that is design work, then yes, I would be in there. I would probably be on the top 5 in that categories, because as English speakers, because we are not a lot of designers in here. So, right? Yeah, see what you just said. Maya just found me because you decided to say, let's raid this person. And so, yeah. I mean, no one finds me because I do not do the marketing that I need to do in order to be discovered. And that's on me. That's on me. That's a me issue. And right now, yeah, you can make. I do have my own tags, and that's why they don't have like a regular thing. Did you find me through a raid, or did you met me through the chat of Ben? Because on Ben's stream I used to be mod and extremely active, and then he decided to stop, which is sad, but right, that happened. Yeah. I mean, when you know the context of why he stopped streaming, you do understand. It's like the life things that happen on his side with changing house, getting projects with work, and not being able to stay like on other things, getting YouTube videos sorted and live, that takes a lot of time. And so thinking about streaming, that is true. That is true. That Nick Fine found me. I don't know how though. I forgot how. They found me. It was a cool thing. Ben Portfolio Series was a very cool thing. I'm very sad about the and Dust, thanks a lot for the message. About the fact that his Discord is basically empty. The only thing that happened is we had a spam thingy happen, and there has some activities here and there, but that's not really like good activities, at least in my views. So I don't know, right? Like this. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, we have that. Sorry, I don't get it either. Anyways, so what do you mean I archived it? I didn't archive it. It's just, it's not in the active Discord that I need to get in, like FriendStream. This is one that I get in often, by the way. Why is Chris not in there? Yeah, okay, fine. So, I mean, the organization here is very simple. Just which are the Discord that I'm the most active in. So mine first, and then the Glow, Pod Discord, Cat Discord, and Lemon Discord for not safe for stuff. And then there is the list of the amount of Discord that I can spam, and in which I can like send my links. And then the rest is just things that I don't really have access to for these types of things. Anyways, that's details. Stoney, what you saying? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Discord servers are just, they are a plague. Once you start to have one, you get like someone else, and then as me, that is encouraging people, specifically designer, to like get into streaming and start to do something. Most of them at some point are like, well, you know what, I will have like my own community and then create my own server, and then we end up with more servers and more things. And at some point there was a discussion about creating a centralized server with everyone in one place, but like it creates some sort of a mess in terms of reliability of content. What I feel weird about this concept of multiple communities in the same server is when you have one streamer that is more active than the others, or that has more interaction with the chat than the others. Maybe the general chat in that Discord will talk about things that 90% of the rest of the servers and the rest of the communities don't know about. And so, yeah, it's just weird. I think they are not muted, they are just depends on where. So I guess my best example would be the bigger streamer servers, all of these, like Lulu's server, all that. Most of the things that happen in here cannot be sent toward me, right? I mean, I won't be added in there. Maybe in Matt sometimes when we talk about like songs and shit, but that's it. And they stay here, and usually what happens is I just do this. Just mark them as red because they don't have the time. And then in the resources and tools, there are some things in there that sometimes are interesting, but also and then in the NFT thing, it's just blank. Like everything is dying, and it's fun. Like I go here from time to time in the announcement and then check the newest thing, but that's it. We can't have more than that. In here, everyone is just screaming because the prices are going down, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It is weird. Most people have Discord server muted, right? It's easier for you to just get this yeah, I mean, they are not a pointless waste of time if you use the right thing. So if you use the inbox right here, you usually have the ability to get what is like towards you. You can change that, but specifically when you have mentions, sadly the everyone seems to work as well. But right in there, you can have easily see the thing that you are supposed to see, rather than having to go through all that. And then in there, you can just mark everything as read, except dust message. I need that message. Anyway. Yeah. I do agree with the DM me when you need me. That's a good thing. I would love to have like a different type of notification when I've been mentioned. Like maybe, I mean, that's annoying already, but I do feel like a mention, like a at my name, is more important than at everyone. And so I think if the notification badge could be, I don't know, maybe blue with a 2 next to it, as in you have been mentioned 2 times in this server, and that takes over the red notification that you kind of need to have. So if that was the case, right, like here, everything that is personal or directed towards you specifically, then you get a blue notification, and that is more important than the rest. I think that could be a good idea. So if anyone from Discord is watching, you know what, take the ID. I think people want that. I think people want notifications that are better suited for other things, targeted toward them. That is fun. Stony, I'm just noticing that. If I don't stop it, like if I start it, and I'm in custom, and I switch to purple, it switched to purple, but it disabled custom, but still continue to scroll through. So I would potentially tell you to not do that. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can just send me a DM when you need me, but... And then, as I said earlier, the backgrounds here need to be not visible. If you can do that, I think if you can do that for today, that would be great. Before I die of sleepy. I don't know. You could have thought about things. And you also already have, right? No? Didn't you? Haven't you? Sorry. You could also have, yeah, that is true. What do you mean it's momentarily unavailable? Ah, interesting. Holy fuck. Opera has all the noise thingy enable, and that's so weird. I can hear like it add noises when I click or type, and it had noises when I add a new tab or I close a tab. It's so distracting. To me and my tiny brain. Anyways, no, I think I don't need to make it full screen. I think that works. It's the same. Anywho, right? If you can get rid of that background, that would be amazing. Before I go. So before that happens, right. Yeah, this is bullshit. Remove the background of the buttons at the top. Like, they shouldn't be gray. They should be black. They should be like transparent, and then on hover, be purple potentially if you wanted to have them purple. But then on active, what I did for active was very, very subtle. So, what do you mean, fuck you? That's what I did in the first version of it. Has always been like this. I think it's the side thing that was purple, and then I disabled it in a way. I don't know. Did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. Damn. Perfect. That's good enough for me. Can keep purple. The reason why I said maybe not keep purple in the top section, which I understand that you use the purple because you use the same button, right? If I remember correctly, these are the exact same thing. So that makes sense. The reason why I wanted them to not be purple in the header is because the action and the eye of the user needs to be attracted to where they need to have interaction. So the most important thing when they switch pages are the sub pages of that section. So if you're in the library section, you want to switch to the libraries. Then if you are in the music section, right, all that. It's fun that they brighten up purple when you click outside. That's fun. Not really needed. I mean, I don't know what happened and how it happens, but yeah, the goal is to attract the eyes of the user to the right page. Or the right section, in a way. That is weird. Yes. Oh, yeah. Took a bit of time, but yeah. Yeah, I like that. Right, okay. If we were to, at some point, I don't know, do something like the new generation of activated state, you might not like the ID. There's this new trend-ish type thingy that I kind of like. But let me take 500 right here. There is this trend right here that has this in the active state. I don't like it, but that's fun. Anyways, forget about that. It's not a good idea. I mean, it is a good idea, but it's just not what we want to have. All right. You sent the link? I know, it's away. It's far away. What is this link? Music section? I feel like there is like an issue on loading pages with a slug that is different than the regular, like, default one. I don't know, it feels weird. Ha. Maybe. Maybe you could make the entirety of the top section fixed. As in, the search and the play button could stay fixed with the header of the of the table. That could work. That could be an option. Travel artists and albums. So it takes the color from the cover. What do you mean you knew it? Okay. Yeah, I guess that can work. If I press play here, it should play the first one, I guess. I'm too far away from you. No. Bitch. That's loud. Interestingly enough, this play button doesn't pause. It just plays. So that's weird. I wouldn't have that. You said what? A hit zone thing? I know. Sorry, my bad. That's fun. That's fun to get the color. How do you fetch the color of the artwork? Or do you fetch the color of the artwork? Let's see. Sorry, the it doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe I'm too far away. Sorry, the sounds are just kidding me. That's true. You both have a server. That is true. What did you want me to take a look at in the song section, Stony? I mean, I know you're enabling server so that I can check the app. I know. My bad. Yeah. 100% good recommendation. Oh, man. No. Not that. Not that. But what I'm thinking at that instant, because I have two instances of the same website loaded, I kind of want to check something. That's interesting. So if I have one instance right here that has a different theme, for example, an instance here, if I switch pages, the themes stay the old one. I guess if I refresh, it probably switch to the new one, yes, because it's cookie based. That's interesting. What the fuck? My bad. Something's fucked around here. Oh. Okay. Is it because I switched to display? That display has a cookie that recognizes it. Okay. That is interesting. Hugo, have a good rest of your night. It is fucking late. Take care of yourself. I appreciate you being here and coming. And resubbing for 12 months. Thank you. I see you next year. I will see you next year. Oh. And the thing that I wanted to check was I guess it's on the dashboard, and yeah, right? You have that button right here. Damn. I was surprised. However, let's let's all be clear. We made a lot of progress. We made a lot of progress in the design department compared to from this to what we have now. That transition effect right here, that's what I wanted to have on the detail that I talked about. I wanted to have that here, where on scroll, when you go into the cast and the other things that are underneath officially, getting that darkening would have been cool. I would love to see some horrible screenshots. Yes, 100%. I can change servers now, but yeah. I mean, there are things that make sense. There are things that make sense. But that didn't. You have a double scroll in here. That's so weird. I mean, so weird to me. Everything is straight up flat. There's no radius. Eh. Interesting. I don't know RS. I mean, the old player still works, right? It's similar in terms of visualization, right? Right? Anywho, yeah. At least we see. Thank you for the access, Fields. I appreciate it. Access to the server. What else do I need to... Ooh, the transition, damn it. Sorry. You did a great job in the transition in between the two thing right here. You did, I mean, it wasn't as good last time, so... congrats. That's neat. Yeah. That is neat. I like that. And Kane, if you have like a screenshot of the IRS thing that you were talking about, that could be interesting. One second. I will do that. I will do that, yes. Fine. Yeah. We can take a look at that. I mean, yes, it is a similar navigation. Yes, indeed, indeed. I appreciate it, Phil. Appreciate it. Yes, that's right. The bottom thing was a bit similar. Kane, yeah, bluish thingy. 100%. Ah. Sorry. No. For torrents, we use LimeWires. I mean, I used to. But Yeah. All right. All good. All good. Let me close that thing. Yeah, I think that's a bit of progress. A bit of progress. Not too much, right? I still want the center card to be a card and not like linked to the bottom and the left side, right side. But that's for. It was a bit of progress, not too much. We still have some issues with the buttons at the top, taking back the colors when you click on them. But overall, it's good. Overall, it's good. And that was weird. And yeah, you have no changes here. Fine. So if you want to have, I mean, you have access to the Figma file with all the preview and the styles and the things that we talked about today. So you can change that if you want to upgrade. The SVG for the preview is a bit fucked, so I don't recommend you use it just yet. If you want to use it as an SVG. However, if you want to create something from scratch like you did last time, based on that SVG, yes, do that. That might help. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could use an SVG and then animate the SVG. It would be fine. Fine. All good. 1 second. Yeah, I don't know. I get it. What do we have? Do we have anyone that you know that is streaming at that instant? That we could raid? I mean, Vash is still live, but I don't want to raid Vash again, like on Monday. That's not what we want to do. He isn't just chatting. I appreciate that. No one's live at that time, right there, right now. No one's live. That's so weird. So weird to me. I mean, a card game, but that doesn't really match with what we do. Can do art, design, dev, game dev. Some people are doing game dev, just fun, but last time we went to art streams. I don't know. I'm debating. I am debating. They have no choice, Stoney. They need to. Okay, someone is drawing cute things. And yes, 100%. Okay, good. I found someone. So let me click on that, plus click on that, then go here. Perfect. So before I click the button, I will not stream on Friday, that because I have things planned, so I can't do that. I will be back, I think middle of January, something like this, like second week or something. I don't exactly know yet. It depends on plane, landing, all that. Maybe I will be live in the first week. I don't know, but we will see. But yeah, it has been a fun year for me as well. It has been a bit of a stressful last end of the year. A lot of things happened, and we will probably talk about all that after the new year. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, we are raiding someone that we haven't raided before, never seen. Seems to have been live for like an hour-ish, so I don't know if they will continue longer. Artists and all that, sometimes it's shorter streams on their side, so we will see. And yeah, I will see you back next time. I am excited by the new stream overlay that I have in mind. And we'll see if I can pull it off. We'll see if I can pull it off. But yeah, vacation soon, and I'll be back. I will be back. We don't have any raid message as always. If you're here and you enjoy the stream, please click the follow button. That would be highly appreciated. If you want to sub, you can sub, but that's not needed. Absolutely not. Enjoy the emote if you are a sub already. And yeah, what else? Hope you have a wonderful New Year's. Eat your grapes. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. Get into the table, all that. And yeah. It will be fun. It will be fun. You'll be fine. All that. Take care. Bye.